and he was actually able to perform the entire sequence before Verdal could fire again. Sycamore slapped his hands down to the ground before dodging another fireball, but everyone was surprised to find that nothing seemed to be happening. Jacob raised a hand to his chin and remarked, "He's fast for someone so bulky. I wonder what that was supposed to do. It didn't seem to have any effect." "Look, over there," Sylvie said, getting his attention as she pointed off a fair distance behind Verdal. There in the snow, ice was forming over the top of the frosty ground cover, and more snow was being pulled onto it as the ice continued to grow. In mere moments, the ice had grown impressively massive and started taking a near humanoid shape as it started standing up all on its own. When it stood up completely, they could see the ice giant Sycamore had created looked almost exactly like him, and it stood so tall it was larger than the mountain the castle containing the fertile kiln rested inside. "Behind you!" Jacob called with desperation, unsure how Verdal hadn't noticed the massive figure looming over him yet. The golem smashed a massive fist down on Verdal and Sycamore, but King Verdal managed to hop out of the way just in time. Sycamore was struck by his own attack, but Sylvie felt her heart sink into her stomach when she realized that had been his intent the entire time. The giant returned to its standing position, and Sycamore traveled through the frosty being from its hands to rest inside its chest cavity, right about where its heart would be. Everyone gulped when they noticed Sycamore once again weaving hand signs inside. Verdal didn't waste a moment and bombarded the frost giant with green fireballs at a rapid pace, causing it to start melting as it struggled to maintain its form. But it seemed that Sycamore hadn't needed the creature for battle, and was instead using it solely as a shield to protect him and buy him the time he needed. When he finished his signs, 3 glowing blue runes appeared before Sycamore, and he grabbed each one before smashing them together and forming a shining new rune. He placed his hand on it before the chest cavity of the frost giant he was inside was blasted open, and he fell to the ground. Sadly, this seemed to work out in his favor as Sycamore put his hands to the ground, and a large rectangular mirror of ice rose from the snow, the frost giant continuing to melt behind him. Verdal didn't even hesitate and blasted the mirror with a fireball, but it had no effect. "What foul scheme have you concocted this time?" he asked, seeming on edge. Sycamore was a little out of breath, but started to chuckle. "Thy knowledge will grow in due time," he said smugly, seeming quite pleased he had been able to perform whatever technique this was.